Hello everyone. Many people in Ghana and other parts of the world uses honey in their daily activities. Some say they use honey in their various home. Others say they use honey because it has no fat in them. Well, what are you saying about honey? My name is Edem and I welcome you to Hamburg TV. This is the show where we discuss everything concerning agric, people in the sector of agric, things that are organically made. We discuss all of them over here. Before that, when you want to know the source of your honey, stay glued to your seat as we go on a commercial break. When we come back, we will continue. Welcome back. I promise the show is going to be entertaining, educative, and very informative. Yes, because I believe you want to know the source of the honey you take. Well, I have the CEO of Nest Farm with me here. Yes, I know you want to know who he is. His name is Francis. Francis, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Francis, how have you been?
I'm doing good.
How is business?
Everything's fine.
Are you sure?
I'm very good.
Okay, if you say that, then I want you to let us know how you started your business.
Okay. So, Nest honey um is one of the products that I kept on my mind as in beekeeping, apiculture. So beekeeping is something like you can do it when you feel like when you have the passion for it. So I have the passion for beekeeping, and I went to beekeeping for the past 3 years. So I decided to harvest my honey and then package it for sale. So the passion was there. That's why I entered in beekeeping.
Does that mean when you don't have passion for beekeeping, you can't?
I'm not saying you can't, but there are a lot of stress. There's stress in it. There's hard work because sometimes you'll be beaten by bees. Sometimes you won't get the honey you want. You can invest into it, but if care is not taken, you might run at a loss. So basically, something must have passion for it before you can get into beekeeping. Unlike maybe goat rearing and other stuffs, but for beekeeping, you must have something like a passion. You must love the business that you want to do before you can basically.
Why? I wanted to ask if you were a nurse, but I realized you're a student. Why nurse, honey?
All right, so basically, next, um, next is something like how like we started. I was named Ness in SHS. So when I was in SHS, friends called me Ness because they said I have to be a nurse. I must be a nurse. So basically, people don't know my real name. My name is Francis Donko. The real name was shift, and then the name Ness covered every place. So I decided to name my business after the Ness, and I think it's a good name. So
Yes,
you don't need to.
it's actually a good name because and then your friends have done well. What school did you attend?
I call my senior high school.
And shout out to all of you. It's good you actually gave him this name. So can you please tell us how business is so far?
And it's difficult because when it comes to honey production, you see there are a lot of fake products on the market. So it makes me as nurse feel bad, and because of that, when someone purchases a product, the person feels like that is not the product he or she wants, but he just want to try, and that is not the right thing. So even if you are selling, we run ad on Facebook, run ads on Instagram. But then you meet customers that will be like, oh, I'm not sure your product is
It's
pure.
good. Okay.
I'm not sure your product can help me. I'm not sure, and it's not like that. You get it? So it makes buying, like, how will I even put it? As in, I don't get customers like that. There are less customers as compared to other products that are on the market. For honey, it's 1.10%.
Wow.
Yeah, like there's no market for honey like that,
Hmm.
unless you are verified by maybe a big time media that will sell you out. If not, when you start it, when I started it, I tried giving up because I wasn't getting the market I was thinking I would get. So I decided to stop agriculture. But then I thought of it as like, when I put more effort, I think a day will come. People will recognize my product, and when they try the product will speak for itself.
Hmm.
So I didn't give up, and that is how we are moving.
Wow. Because I wanted to come to this question where then it's a challenge. What you just spoke about is a challenge because honestly, for me, I don't really like honey because people say, "Hey, honey, dear, yeah, the sugar, yeah, and I ensure they dilute it." So how do I know that nurse honey is not like other ones?
All right, so to test for pure undiluted honey, um, you can get, how will I even start it? We have two methods. We have multiple methods, but then I think these two are the most commonest one. The first of all, you get a tissue.
Okay.
Tissue, you
Our
pour
normal tissue
normal tissue. You pour maybe a teaspoon of, or a spoon of nest honey.
and
Eh,
the other one. So meaning we have just two types of honey in this world, though. Just nurse honey and then the others.
sure. So you pour a teaspoon of nest honey on the tissue. Then when there's water or other substance in it, you see honey contain less water. It has water, right? But then it contains less water as compared to normal water. So when there's dilution, there's water in the honey, the tissue will soak the water out. You get it? And then if there's no water or any substance, flour or anything in the honey remains on the tissue like that. Yeah. So and again, when you weigh natural honey, pure honey, and that of the fake one on the market, there's difference in it in terms of its weight and stuff. And the second one is um pure honey. When you pour it in water, it goes down to the bottom.
That's pure honey.
Pure honey.
Okay.
That is nest honey. Nest
I
nest
mean, yes,
nest
I
honey.
told you we have only two.
So
Yeah.
nest honey, when you pour it, that is the pure one. When you pour it in a cup of water, it goes down to the bottom of the water, the cup.
Okay.
Yeah, that shows that it's pure. It dilutes all right, but when you pour it, does not dilute unless you stir it.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Before.
that is the difference between the pure honey and the undiluted and the fake honey.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's the difference between your honey and then the rest.
yeah, yeah. Nest honey and the rest.
Interesting. Because like honey taking is very good. We learned it is very nutritious. Kids have to take honey. Some people actually replace sugar to honey. Yeah, they don't take sugar, normal sugar, but they take. So, what are some of the nutritional values?
Uh, Honey has a lot of benefits and 1,000+ benefits. Yeah, it has thousand. First of all, for sore throat,
Okay. Yeah.
aside aside that, honey is good for the heart. It boosts our immune system. That's like it has, because it's a product that um, honeybees. We have something called honeybees. They collect nectar from flowers, different flowers, bring it together to produce honey. You get it? So it contains various nutrients, good for the health, for the heart, boost. Sometimes it cure ulcer
Yeah.
and prevent cancer or something like that. You get it? For stomach, sometimes when for we those that believe like maybe you are working out, you want to slim down,
You
you
don't
want
take
to you,
sugar, you take
you take honey.
less.
You want to gain weight, you take honey.
Okay.
So I was reading something about honey, and I saw some one or two symptoms from other stuff, other people. So cold water and honey gives you weight.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Hey.
then the
Okay.
hot water, when you add, you
Tell
mix,
my people. Tell them.
when you mix cold water with honey, it gives you weight. When you mix honey with warm water or hot water, it reduces your weight. So honey
Ah.
has plenty benefits.
So can you please tell us the benefits of honey?
Yes, the benefits of honey are plenty. More, there are more, because honey has thousand plus benefits. One is, aside sore throat, it cures sore throat, for wounds, for our, it improves our heart health, boosts our immune system, and
Gain,
it
gain weight.
weight, lose weight, as in gain weight,
Mm,
lose weight.
mm.
So it does plenty benefit, has plenty benefit, as in
Interesting. So we want you to tell us how you do the production yourself from scratch. So assuming Francis is coming from wakes up in the morning, what time do you go to the farm? Is it in Accra here around or where? So you're going to tell us how a day with Francis is like. You wake up in the morning. Of course, you brush your teeth and other things. You take your bath. You are ready to go to the farm. Where do you go to? How is production like when you go there? I wanted to ask one question. If after everything, I'll ask you one question. If you've been bitten by a honey before, a bee before, you let us know.
so. My bee farm is in Koforidua Bedrock. So I mostly visit that place on weekend because I'm a student. So weekends I get time to go and visit the farm. So on Saturdays when I go, before you get to the farm, every bee farm or bee yard, you have to protect yourself. You have a bee suit that you wear, gloves, and Wellington boots or shoes that you wear to protect yourself from being bitten by the bees.
Your
They are friend,
eyes.
yeah. So the suit is basically a protective suit that covers
From your
every
head
part of your
to your
body
okay.
except your hands and your legs.
So
So
that's why you wear the
gloves and
gloves.
stuff. So when you go to the site, they don't know whether you are friendly or you are the owner or something like that. So whether you give them water, you keep their place neat or whatever. When you offend them, they'll beat you. So you have to protect yourself.
But how are you going to offend them?
The moment you get to their hive and they
You
feel
mean they're
like
coming to?
attack them, so they have to attack you first.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so that's how it is.
Okay.
So weekends I'm mostly in Koforidia, Begro, doing my feeding
Harvesting.
and harvesting.
Ah, let's talk about the feeding. Okay, no, before that, let's talk about what you were talking about and then we come to the feeding aspect.
Yeah, so I feed them. I feed my bees. Let me just move to that point.
Okay.
So I feed my bees in the drying season because where my hives are located during the drying season, there's no flower, there's no water, there's nothing. The place is dry. You only see big trees like this, and bees don't feed on trees and
What do
leaves.
you feed them with?
Corn flour.
Oh,
Feed
okay.
them on corn flour, then water, normal water,
Okay.
so that they don't
Okay.
travel far and find
Okay.
food or
Okay.
travel far to drink water or something like that. Yeah.
So how is your height like? Your yard like? Is it big, small, like?
So basically, I have 76 beehives. So
Oh,
that would be 2 acres of land.
wow.
Yeah.
For only you
Yeah.
or for your family or
No, I started it alone. So
for
for
so
the for the meantime, it's mine. So you get it. For the meantime, it's mine. I do it myself. So I started the business myself.
okay.
And
So aside the flowers the bees depend on, what other things and you made mention of water, what other things do they depend on? Or that's the only thing they depend on?
um, the flowers, they sometimes depend on feed on vegetables,
Okay.
fruits and stuff.
Okay.
It depends whether if they are, maybe there's a mango tree around the place. They'll feed on the mangoes that the
Okay.
tree produces.
Okay.
But if there's no mango, they are okay. The only the main place that is to get flowers that they'll feed from. Get water. The rest is, I don't know how. Maybe God will provide the
I
rest.
know,
That's
right?
it.
So since you are not at Koforidia at the moment, who is taking care of the place?
I have a farm manager. I have a farm manager and I don't have a farm manager because the farm manager can't go to the farm. He can't go to the farm unless I'm around because I only have one seat, one B seat.
Okay.
So when I'm coming to Accra, I bring my B seat to Accra. When I'm going, I take it over. But all he can do is um protect the farm from burning when it's dry season. So he protects the farm from burning. That is his main work for the meantime.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But so now you were a student. How do you manage school and then business? Since it looks like you like money. It's happy to go to school. You like
No,
money.
not like I like money, but um, how will I really start it?
Tell me.
So next honey, I started next honey during the COVID era. By
Okay.
then I was in level 100,
What
level,
school?
Ghana Technology University,
Okay.
Ghana Communication Technology University.
Okay. Your people
Yeah,
are watching you.
yeah, Ghana Communication Technology University. So I was in level 100 when the Corona break came. So I went um I went to visit my mom in the village. So back then I was having the mindset of starting something because I was in the hostel
Okay.
as at level 100,
Okay.
and I wasn't feeling okay because
You want to do
no,
something.
not that I want to do something. I don't have money to spend. That is
Okay.
that is a challenge.
I
That
said it.
that was the reason why I
I
went.
said it.
That was the reason I went to I joined agric
Okay.
because I was facing challenges. The time will come. Is I have to. I was not made to cook for myself and stuff. So in the hostel, you have to find food for yourself. When you call your parents, they feel like you're in the university, so you have to provide for yourself. And I was like, I can't feed myself. You get it? So during the coronavirus break, it was a 1 year break, so I decided to do something for myself. When I went to the village, I tried maize farming. First of all, I tried watermelon farming.
Okay.
Because I don't have no knowledge about watermelon farming, I lost within that 3 months. And then I feel like my mom first of all, my mom was like, I was not made to do agric, so
What a
I, I,
catcher.
I should focus on uh, my education and maybe I can be some great person in the future. I was like, okay. So I was there. I feel like let me do something again. So I tried maize farming. And the maize farming, the first 3 months, I got something good. And I didn't want to spend the money. So I decided to look for something that I can invest the money into. I wasn't getting something special. So I was feeling like, why won't I do beehives? And then maybe the beehives is a year something.
Hmm.
So before we will break or we will resume, I might get some honey, bring it to campus to sell. And then I told my mom, she was like, "Bee honey does not have market, so I should just forget it." Then use the money to instead you save the money for
Other
for
things.
for other things. So I was like,
Okay.
okay. So I basically confronted one friend who is into bee farming, a local
Okay.
farmer.
Okay.
Then he gave me the steps how I'll start it. I went to the internet, watched videos of it, downloaded some PDFs and stuff, read more about beekeeping and how the laws. And I was like, okay,
Ah.
it's difficult, Mom, but then I feel like doing it. I have the passion for it.
Mm.
That since after reading those articles from the internet, I feel like I can do it
You can do
because
it.
something that I'm having passion for it already. And then I went into beekeeping. I started with 10 hives.
Oh.
Then the 10 hives,
It
one
was
one
progressing.
one was okay. Then I within the first year I got only one hive that
Okay.
contained honey. My bees that bees came into it because I didn't really have the I was watching videos from the internet, and you see the internet today. We have different. So
Exactly.
I basically lost. Why say I lost that year? I lost that year because I didn't get the money I invested into it.
Oh.
So the second year I didn't get any money from it, but then I saved the money my parents gave it to me. So my whole store money I have to invest into the beekeeping again. Although I didn't get profit in it. So I didn't go to hostel again. I was living with my brother in Accra. That year I didn't see the second year, 2021, I didn't feel the profit as like I wanted
You want?
to feel it. Although I was still going through a lot that I went through. So then
Oh.
with the time I feel like I have to save the money that I'll get into be. That was 2021. So I saved some parts. I saved some money and then bought land, rented a land in Koforidua Abegro.
Okay.
And then it was my mission to establish a big honey farm. So I was like, then why not building more hives so that even if the whole year I'm not able to get the 70 or 80 hives I want, I might get 10 hives that contain honey. Then maybe I'll make profit from that part. So I didn't really spend my money like that, but then I reinvested into the same beekeeping. Yeah,
So, if you just join us, this is Hamburg Farm TV, the show where we discuss everything concerning agriculture. And I'm still here with Francis, who happens to be the CEO of Nest Farm. Yeah, he's talking about how he started the challenges he was encountering, and I'm sure he's still encountering them. But there's always a success story after all those challenges. So does that mean the land you rented it?
yeah. I rented the land
Still, you're
for
still renting it?
yes.
For how long?
It was basically 2 years, but then I told them beekeeping is something that minimum it can last for 5 years. So if it's 2 years, you can't go for the bees. I can't go for it. So it will be there. So we went for an agreement for 4 years contract. That will end next year, and from next year renew it again. I'll renew it again. Yeah. So that's how it is. So
So
every 4 years.
so let's talk about the investment aspect. Does that mean you used your hostel fee, your school fees for that, and and were you able to get what you wanted? Because as first you said you lost. So
Yes.
how did you overcome that one?
That's why I say you have to have passion for it.
Mm.
First,
You
I
didn't
I
cry.
oh no.
I know, yeah.
No, I was a mother then, so I was a mother from crèche, so I know how
Okay.
to. Yeah,
Oh.
so I didn't use my
How
school
much did
fees.
you use?
I used my hostel. That was 2000, 1008, 1008. I added it to the profit and then
Okay.
yeah, and then invest it.
Oh, okay. So now, how many workers you have?
You have workers.
You do.
I don't really, I don't know. I have people I work with. We are not in agreement. That's it. They
Okay.
are my workers, but
Okay.
I used
Okay.
to take them like
Okay.
take yeah
Oh, okay.
because I'm a student. I don't want to sign a contract that at the end of the day I won't see. I don't really like partnership business like that because it's some next honey after production we can do partnership, but in the farm you can't do partnership because you can go to the farm. You get it.
You are the only one bitten by the beats.
When I'm beaten by the bees, I only come home, stay indoors for maybe a week.
But have you been
Then
bitten before?
several
Tell
times.
us about it. Where? How come?
Oh, I'm beaten by bees. The first time was we harvested some honey at night. We used to harvest. For me, we used to harvest at night.
At night.
At
Okay.
night.
Only
Yeah, some people harvest it at
during the day.
during the day, but for me only night because during the day you go through a lot. They will come home when you harvest them and you bring the honey home. You'll follow the honey to wherever the honey goes. So basically they'll come home, but at night when you harvest them before day breaks, they won't say anything. Then they'll stay in their hives. You get it? So basically, so we harvested this honey, and then not knowing some of the bees were on the seed. I didn't know, so I brought it home. Then
Oh.
I brought it home. So I was there. I was feeling some sound like bee sound and stuff. But then I didn't know where the sound was coming from. The seed basically have some pockets or some curve sound, like something like that. So then I took off the seat, and then they all jumped on me. So I have to shout and call for help. And they came to rescue me.
Like
So
that. That's so funny. And we are sorry about that, but it's an experience.
yeah,
Like you are getting to experience a lot of things. So basically, you don't have permanent workers, but you have people who come to give you helping hands.
yeah.
Are they also students like you?
Some are students. Some are students. My okay, so they are distributors rather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
my as a student, my target is to sell my brand in the schools, the colleges,
Okay.
and the universities. So I have these friends that time in the universities and some are in the colleges, as in Legon, the training colleges,
Okay.
nursing training and stuff.
Okay.
So I distribute my honey to them. You sell, you make profit, I make profit. That's how I do it.
Oh.
And then I also have some shops that are willing to take my honey.
Okay.
So I distribute to those shops and some drugstores and pharmacies also too. They also take my honey. So
Okay. So roughly, how much do you make in a month or in a
months.
year?
I don't even know because
You must know.
the fact of the matter is that
Mm-hmm.
when when are the producer, the producers don't they see, try to see you. I don't want to use the CEO word because
Mm.
I'm not yet up to that standard. But
Oh,
then uh, I don't normally I don't keep that record
records.
of
Okay.
because I feel like I do it myself. You get it? So any money that comes from the business,
That's for you.
I reinvest it or use it
Mm.
to because as at now I have workers that are willing to do some they are bringing ideas that you have to do this, you have to do this. You get it? So those money that those profit that I get in every week, maybe a week, when I get like 1,000 cities, those 1,000 cities are for those workers. You
Oh,
get it?
okay.
And even as at now, okay, there's no profit because you sell, you make profit. I
Oh,
pay you. I was
exactly.
running I was running some promo last month or this month, last month that says sell 15 bottles, get 100 cities. So the
Hmm.
profit that I'll make from the honey,
I
uh,
think it's,
uh,
it's a challenge.
yeah. So the profit that I'll make from the honey, I basically sell. I basically give it to those that
Work for
partake.
you.
Yeah. So there's no profit like that, but I believe maybe a time will come. I'll see the profit or
Do you get support from NGOs, the government, like any support at all from school, any free support? I mean, in quotes, free support.
free support, free support. No, there's no support.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no support.
So you are the supporter yourself.
Yeah.
You support yourself. Interesting.
So maybe the support to be
Mm-hmm.
the support will be in quotes with my
Mm-hmm.
mom.
Oh.
The support will be my mom because uh, sometimes when I started, that's when I started. I went through some hardship and
Mm.
it was only my mom that
Was it?
you understand. So that was the
Ah.
support in quotes. So
Mommy, God bless you so, so much. Thank you so much for encouraging us. Despite you didn't want us to come into this business, but finally we are into it. And then you are the same person supporting us. We are so grateful. So this is the package you did yourself.
yeah, I do the packaging myself, process. I do everything by myself.
Everything from scratch.
Yeah,
So this is eight.
yes.
And so how much is it?
So a pack of eight will be 320, 30, 320 cities, 20
320.
cities, yeah,
So how much is one?
40 cities.
Oh, it's affordable. And it's still cool.
Yep.
I
That's
yeah,
less than
good. And I wanted to come to the thickness and then how watery some of the honeys are.
okay.
Why are some thick and then why are some watery?
All right. So the thickness, it depends on how where you harvest from. We
Hmm.
have some honey that are harvested from trees. Some are underground. Those are the forest one.
Okay,
So for
underground.
yeah, we have
Okay.
some in holes and stuff. So
Ooh.
those ones they are pure because they've been there for years. But for next honey, or for the light ones and stuff, we have some honey that are in hives for years. We have the years hive
Okay.
because I have some hives that are 2 years now, not yet harvested.
Wow.
So for those honeys will be thicker.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. But the honey that are harvested within a year, every year we harvest this. You see the bees they gather nutrients
Oh.
to do the honey.
Okay.
So every year they bring in new nutrients
Mhm.
to add up with the honey.
Oh,
Every year
okay.
they add up with the honey. So basically to be thick.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's how the
Interesting.
lighter ones is. Unless it's diluted.
Unless,
Yeah.
yes. I want to use this opportunity to recommend Nest Honey to you. I have told you we have just two honeys in this country. In fact, everywhere. Nest honey and the others. So the choice is yours. Either you go for this or you go for the other one. Me, I have told you. You know I can't recommend anything bad to you, right? This is what I recommend to you. So we have spoken about the package, how you started. There are a lot of people out there who don't want to. You are a student and then you are in business as well. There are people who are not students. They don't want to. They don't want to get into anything business. They don't want to do anything for for themselves. What can you tell them? Because this one, if before that, this one, if you're not passionate about it, you just go to the farm and then you'll be bitten by bees and then you come back home. Let's if you don't want to do bee honey as a business, me po, I will not even force you to do, because if you go, you'll be beaten. You come home and come and complain. So aside this, what other things? Because this is actually an agriculture show. People say it's only poor people that are into farming, and very soon we're having a platform where you will discuss that. But I want you to tell them how farming, bee farming, anything farming, anything agriculture is, and that will be helpful to them.
All right, so one thing I would like to tell my fellow friends or brothers out there is that agric is something that is very profitable unless you feel like you won't do it. Aside beekeeping, beekeeping is difficult. For beekeeping, you have to get passion for it. But let's put beekeeping aside. Something like onion farming, ginger farming, mango farming, tomato, you can do it. It does not need any capital to start it. Yeah. And if you're waiting for employment, I'm not saying that don't wait for employment, but then you can wait for employment, right? But you can also be doing some side businesses, as in a way. There's land everywhere. So you can start small business and make some profit for yourself, and maybe go into that employment that you feel like you want to go into it. So basically, they should go into agric. Agric is something that we are born to do it. So you have to do it.
We are
So
farmers.
we are farmers. So
But is it true that it's only poor people that are into farming?
oh no, poor people.
Shock us, shock
No,
them, and shock me
poor
too.
people as in into farmers.
Is it true?
Listen. So
Mhm.
that that word poor there
Okay.
is basically when our parents should I,
They say,
this
okay,
they say okay.
in
So
our comment section,
all right.
one person DM'd me, oh, Adam, me, dear, farming, their share. Me, I'm a student. Let me go into farming so that people come and say I am poor. No, I would rather graduate and then wait for my whatever to come so that I go to wherever I want to go. You see? Because they say, oh, when you go into this farming, they wear torn dresses. Like, it's only poor. Like, what
So
that person at the end, I'm sure you are watching this.
yeah.
So listen to what Francis is about to say.
All right. Farming is not for poor. It's not for the poor. Farming, I can say farming is for the rich because farming is something that when you invest into it, you basically get your money back. Aside the capital, aside the profit on it, you get your capital back. That is farming. When you invest into maize farming, within 3 months, you are sure it's not a risk. Farming is not a risk. You are sure you get what you planted. You get it. When you invest into maize farming, you get your profit back, your capital and your profit. Ginger farming, you get your capital and your profit. So farming is never for the poor. It's never for the rich too.
You,
If you have the passion for it,
it's for
it's for you.
everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody can actually go into farming and become successful, because there are a lot of people out there, rich people out there, who were farmers, so I wanted to in fact I want to ask my producer if there is more time. Producer, is there more time for us to continue? You know, we will talk about this, but another time we will invite Francis again to come and educate us more about honey. And Francis, thank you so much
Thank you. Too.
for being a part of this show. And thank you, my viewers, for being a part of this show, the only show where we discuss everything agri. young looking man, a young man like this, who happens to be a student and then a farmer as well. Are you not surprised? Yeah, and then he's making it. I'm sure by now you're paying your own fees.
Yeah, I do.
Now mom is relaxed. Mom is probably relaxed. Thank you so much. So are you on any social media handle? Like give us your social media handle so that
Yeah, so on Facebook, I have a Facebook page that is Nest underscore farm, and then TikTok Nest underscore farm. So those are the places that I operate more. Yeah. And my WhatsApp number too. My business WhatsApp number 05049268890. Yes.
if you're not able to remember his number, just DM me as you always do, and then I'm going to give his number to you. This is where time will permit us to end this educative show. This show, anytime you are watching, I know you don't want to finish watching, but don't worry, we have more exciting episodes coming. Yes, my name is Adam, and I was your host for today. So we meet